You ever heard the saying, the bigger they are, the harder they fall? Well, this fall right here isn't just hard, it's a total crash. What's going down with Beyonce and Jay-Z right now feels like the empire they built is cracking right in front of us. And honestly, the signs were there all along. Imagine this, rumors of a pregnancy scandal so wild it makes Jay-Z's old cheating drama look like high school drama. Add in an assault claim that links him to one of the most feared names in hip-hop, and suddenly this whole story turns into chaos. And then there's Beyonce, Queen Bey herself, trapped in the middle, torn between protecting her empire and following her conscience. The craziest part? This mess didn't start yesterday. It actually began 7 years ago at a party everyone forgot about, with a woman nobody believed. Until now, the internet's losing it, calling this the end of the Carters. But here's the real deal. This isn't just another scandal. It's the kind of story that flips entire legacies upside down. So here's the question no one dares to say out loud. What if Beyonce didn't stay out of love, money, or power, but fear? Because the man she's married to might not just be a cheater. He could be hiding something way darker. And the wild part? The proof has been right in front of us this whole time. Now, let's talk about the bomb that just exploded. Lori Harvey. Yes, that Lori Harvey, Steve Harvey's famous stepdaughter, the one who's been linked to stars like Michael B. Jordan and even Diddy. Word on the street says she's pregnant, and not just pregnant, but allegedly carrying Jay-Z's baby. Let that sink in for a second. Jay-Z, the man who branded himself as Beyonce's king, the one who rapped about loyalty and legacy, who survived Lemonade and walked away like nothing could touch him, might have just crossed a line no one expected. A child, possibly with a woman young enough to be close to his daughter's age? That's the twist that's shaking the industry to its core. This isn't just a scandal, it's the kind of chaos that rewrites everything we thought we knew about fame, power, and loyalty. So let's ask the question nobody's brave enough to say out loud. What if Beyonce didn't stay for love, money, or even power, but out of fear? Because the man she's married to might not just be a cheater, he could be something far worse. And the shocking part? The clues have been hiding in plain sight this whole time. Now let's break down the bomb that just shook the internet. Lori Harvey. Yes, that Lori Harvey, Steve Harvey's stepdaughter. The woman who's been linked to stars like Michael B. Jordan and even Diddy. She's reportedly pregnant. And the rumor that's setting social media on fire? That the father might be Jay-Z himself, let that sink in. Jay-Z, the man who built his image around being Beyonce's king, the man who rapped about loyalty, legacy, and surviving Lemonade with his crown still shining, might have just gotten caught in something way deeper. Allegedly, a baby with a woman young enough to roll in the same circle as his daughter. That's not just messy, that's career shaking. And here's the kicker. This isn't some made-up gossip site fantasy. This story's gone from a whisper in the DMs to a full-blown online earthquake. It's spreading fast. Because one thing's for sure, the Carters scandals never stay quiet for long, but it doesn't stop there. It gets way darker. This isn't just about Lori and Jay. No, this all traces back to Diddy's party. Yeah, the same Diddy who's now behind bars facing horrifying human trafficking charges that rocked the entire industry. And here's where jaws really start dropping. According to a bombshell lawsuit, Diddy allegedly assaulted a 13-year-old girl back in 2000 with Jay-Z reportedly in the room. Let's repeat that. A lawsuit claims Jay-Z was there, not just present, but allegedly involved. Jay's team has been shouting blackmail and defamation, calling it a desperate money grab. But with the Lori Harvey pregnancy rumors exploding at the same time, the timing feels way too perfect, almost like the universe has a dark sense of humor, dropping scandal after scandal right on top of each other. So now, everyone's asking the same question. Is this just bad luck? Or is this the moment when a life built on secrets finally starts crashing down? Let's hit rewind for a second, because the Lori Harvey connection, yeah, it didn't just pop up out of nowhere. This whole thing goes way back to 2019 at that legendary Rock Nation brunch where one photo sent the internet into total meltdown. You remember it. Lori, all smiles, leaning in a little too close to Jay-Z, while Beyonce stood just a few feet away, glowing with that untouchable queen energy that only she can pull off. The Beehive, bless them, did not let that slide. Within hours, Lori's Instagram blew up, flooded with bee emojis, a virtual warning swarm buzzing through her comments like a digital army. It wasn't just shade, it was a full-on message. You don't cozy up to the king without facing the queen's court. And Lori, always smooth with it, clapped back in style. She tweeted, "Meanwhile, I'm part of the Beehive, trying to keep things playful and calm the fire." But now, looking back from 2026, that innocent moment doesn't feel like harmless fun anymore. It feels like foreshadowing of the storm that was waiting to hit. The Beehive isn't just a fan base, it's a force of nature. These are the same people who turned Becky with the good hair into a cultural symbol, who studied Lemonade like it was a manifesto, and who defend Beyonce like their lives depend on it. So when Lori Harvey, young, famous, and fearless, got a little too close to Jay-Z back in 2019, the Beehive didn't just gossip, they mobilized. Within hours, Lori's page was swarmed with bee emojis, warning messages, and comments that vanished as fast as they appeared. Because in the Beehive, loyalty isn't suggested, it's required. And Jay-Z, he's always been the weak link in that perfect picture. The man who turned betrayal into business, pain into power, and somehow always came out clean. But when that new pregnancy rumor dropped, people didn't react with surprise. They reacted with disgust. It felt like history repeating itself, only this time the stakes were higher. Because now, Jay's name isn't just tangled in cheating talk, it's tied to something much darker. Let's talk about that lawsuit, the one that linked Jay-Z's name alongside Diddy's in an assault case so disturbing it's been shaking the entire industry. Jay's lawyers called it blackmail, said it was all lies, but the internet didn't buy it. They started digging. And what they found wasn't just gossip, it was a pattern. See, this isn't the first time stories about Diddy's parties have made people uncomfortable. Lawsuits describe horrifying scenes, people allegedly being drugged, mistreated, and silenced. The FBI raids, the witnesses, the accusations, it's all adding up. And right there, standing beside him for decades, was Jay-Z. Business partners, collaborators, brothers in power. These two didn't just share stages, they shared secrets. And then came the Lori Harvey connection. The same Lori who was linked to Diddy before, now rumored to be pregnant with Jay-Z's child. The internet exploded. People started connecting dots that no one wanted to believe existed. And where's Beyonce in all this? Silent. The woman who built her career on empowerment and truth has said nothing. No statement, no denial, no defense. And that silence, it's loud. Because it's not just about infidelity anymore, it's about what she might have known, about what she might have ignored to protect the empire she built with him. Remember the elevator fight in 2014? Solange swinging at Jay while Beyonce stood quietly? For years, everyone assumed it was about cheating. But what if it wasn't just about another woman? What if Solange knew something darker, something that even Beyonce couldn't bring herself to say? Because when you really look at it, every scandal the Carters have faced has been controlled, polished, and sold back to us. But this one's spiraling out of control. It's not a PR fix, it's not a song lyric, it's a reckoning. Jay-Z's always known how to flip his image. He turned a troubled past into a billionaire legacy. He turned Lemonade into a redemption story. But now, there's no clever lyric or apology tour that can cover what's being said. These aren't just rumors, they're accusations of crimes that could destroy everything he's built. And Beyonce, she's not just a partner, she's a brand, a symbol. Her entire legacy is about women's strength, truth, and resilience. But how does that hold up if she's standing beside a man accused of such darkness? Can she still be the voice of empowerment while staying silent? This goes deeper than one marriage. It's about an entire industry that looked the other way while powerful men did whatever they wanted. It's about the managers who stayed quiet, the labels that protected their stars, and the celebrities who kept showing up at those parties even when the rumors were everywhere. And that's the real twist here. This isn't just about the Carters, it's about a system built on silence, a system that rewards power and punishes truth. Diddy and Jay-Z weren't just attending those parties, they were running them. They had influence, money, control, and everyone else just played along. Now the walls are finally closing in. The raids, the lawsuits, the witnesses, they're all pointing to the same group of people who thought they'd never be touched. And right in the middle of it all, Beyonce, the woman who's always seemed untouchable, now standing on a crumbling foundation. Because this time, it's not about a cheating husband or a jealous wife. It's about an empire built on secrets that can't stay buried anymore. The brand, the legacy, the music, it's all at risk. And maybe that's why Beyonce's so quiet. Maybe silence is her only strategy left. But the internet isn't staying quiet, and neither is the truth. So, where does this leave us? With a pregnancy rumor that won't die, an assault lawsuit that's not going away, and a marriage that's looking less like love and more like business. The Carters have always controlled the story, but this time, the story's controlling them. So now, we want to hear from you. If you were Beyonce, would you stay and protect the empire or walk away and let it all burn? Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to share this video. Because trust me, the next chapter of this scandal is going to be wild.